In this video, we're going to explore how you can use the array.pop function in JavaScript. And this is a JavaScript tutorial for beginners. And the reason why this is so useful is to understand arrays. Arrays is very powerful, and if you understand how you can modify or adjust arrays, you will also have a very good foundation to know how you can draw Chart.JS and how you can modify them into your desired design. So what we're going to do here is basically the following. We have an array, and I assume you do know what's an array, but to be short, an array is basically, for example, we have a value of month, and in that month value there are multiple values such as January, February, March, and April. And with pop or array.pop function, we can remove the last value in the array. So for example, we want to remove the array or the value April, we can do it with pop. So how to do this or how to start doing that? Basically, we want to do it on a click function. So the moment we click on this, it should show here and it should delete the item here. Alright, let's look at this. So first of all, we have this basic JavaScript. It's basically blank. We have a bootstrap template, which is very basic. However, this is the most important one to focus on. And what we want to do here is the following. We have a JavaScript here, and then we can say here, we create first a constant, and this constant will contain a array. And this constant array, we will give it a name. Let's say month equals, and then we draw or we assign an array to that. So this is the array with the brackets. So we put it in a single quotation to indicate that it's a string. So we say here January, Feb, and this is March and April. Oh, and this is April. All right. So if we type in here now console.log and we indicate the month variable or constant, we should now see, we should now see the value. If I refresh that, there you are. You can see now we get our values here. That is beautiful. Alright. So what we want to do now is to create the array.pop. So how to do that? We have to create a function. Well, first of all, let's put in the array.pop, and then after we'll console log again so you can see how that works. So if we say here month.pop, and then once we did that, we can now do again a console log for the month. If you refresh, as you can see now, automatically it has been popped or removed. April has been gone after it starts. So first of all, it creates a console log showing the 4 values, and then once we did the pop, we have only 3 values here left, as you can see. And you can see the last value, which was April, has been removed. So how can you create now a interactive version by pressing on this? Well, for that we need an ID here, and there's an ID already assigned to this button. That is perfect. We can use this. And then we say here the following. We say const, and then we say remove item. That's the variable. And then in here we'll say document.get element by ID, and then this is a string value, and then we add up the ID name. There you are. So the reason why we're doing this is basically this. We have here the HTML code. However, how does the HTML code can communicate to the JavaScript code? Well, basically by doing this. This command here communicates from HTML to JavaScript by selecting the ID name here. And what we want to do now we've selected that. So we didn't do anything yet. And now we can say the following. We can say here, once we have this, remove item, and then we say on click. So the moment we click on this button, a function should be triggered, and that function should pop the array. That's basically what we're going to do. So we say here add event listener, and the add event listener basically, oh, it doesn't get this now, it gets here. So how is it being triggered? By clicking on the button, and then we say here remove, and then what are we going to be triggering, or which function we're going to put in here, the function name. And I will just give it a name here. Any function name can be remove pop. That's it. I'll just make it. I'm just making up as I go along, and then now we have this. So now we have this function remove pop. We say here function, And the reason why this is not a string, because this is a variable, which is called the function name remove pop. Alright, so in here, then we put parentheses, curly braces, and then between here we're going to type in the following. Basically, the text we have here above, we're going to put it back in here. Then we can put an indentation here, that's fine. Alright, so once we did that, let's save this. As we save this, you can refresh, and now you can see our array is working fine. And if you click on this, we are now removing the last value of the array. But if you keep on pressing, we're removing the next value of it, and until there is no value anymore in the array and it's a blank array. And this is the way how you can use array pop in JavaScript. So if you like this kind of video, subscribe to my channel. And if you have a question regarding to this, just put them in the comment section below. And if you want to learn about my Udemy course about Chart.JS, check out in the description box. The link will be directed to the Chart.JS course.